news. The administration apparently is worried enough about market reaction that with about 22 minutes before the closing bell rings, they're rushing members out to various cameras, various networks. I want to bring in two more names. Guys, stay where you are. Mark Zinder is with Mark Zinder and Associates, and he is really liking financials at this point, but a certain type of financial, along with Tom Essay. He's with Seven's Report founder out in Palm Beach Gardens, so away from the insanity of Wall Street. Tom, I will jump into you first. What are you guessing really happened today beyond trade? Because we still, and I don't want this to get lost, we got the new home sales numbers in, and they jumped exponentially. This economy is looking certainly at least stable, if not improving.
Absolutely, Liz. Thank you very much for having me on. I think that you look at Q2 GDP is talking about printing 4%. The economy is good. Really what's happening today is more sort of a trading loss than anything else. Just look at tech. Tech was oversold. It's coming in. This does happen. We are in an algo-driven market. These types of corrections or pullbacks will occur. Fundamentals remain strong. As long as earnings are good, I think that this is a buy on this dip.
Yeah, I don't see why a day like this would slam earnings, but an extended period perhaps. But, Tom, does that mean that you're buying right now for your clients?
Not right now. No, probably not, because I think we could probably have a little bit more of this. You know, this market is, again, algo-driven, and these things tend to last a little bit longer than we think. But earnings are strong. And as long as we don't see a lot of this trade and tariff rhetoric, which is mostly what it is right now, just rhetoric, there's not that many policies in place, well, then this market still has a very compelling valuation compared to a couple of years ago. The economy is strong. Earnings are growing. This is not an economy that's rolling over.
Okay, so Tom's a member of the Teddy Weisberg club here of just stay on the sidelines for the moment. Mark Zinder, you tell me right now what you are doing and what you're interested in buying on a day like this.
Well, just like Jamie Dimon and Warren Buffett said, is, you know, the good times are still rolling. I think Buffett said we're in the sixth inning and our sluggers are coming to bat. And so what I really like are the financials, primarily because of the repeal of Dodd-Frank. Don't know a lot of people are following this or not, but there's about $2 trillion sitting in excess reserves at the Federal Reserve. And now with the repeal of Dodd-Frank, that money is going to work its way into the economy.
Well, this is interesting because on a day like today, folks, where you are looking at a very, very frightening moment earlier today, although it's less frightening now because the Dow is up off the floor, certainly, but still down 295. Guys like Mark and guys like Tom are doing something completely different from our traders. But let me flip right back now to Ira. And Ira, when you hear Tom and you hear Mark say this, talk to our viewers right now. Many of them are business people. They've got big portfolios, medium, small portfolios.
Well, here's the thing. When you have a big portfolio, it's hard to step out of harm's way. Small portfolios you can manage. We've seen this over and over. But both are right. The economy's in good shape. This is the rhetoric. This is the trade war. How long it lasts, we've all got our fingers crossed that it doesn't go too far, but nobody's blinking. And that scares everybody. And I disagree with one thing. July 6th, there's another round of tariffs. How is China going to respond to that one? So the market, I think, is very scared. Plus, we have the 4th of July. You're scaring people off right now.
In fact, you had the WTO ambassador for China saying that the U.S. trade tariff beast has to be shoved back into its cage. We don't like caged animals around here, at least not on this set. But I'll tell you something. It is something that we do need to watch for. July 6th, and Fox Business has been telling you to look at that. Nicole, you're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. The volatility or fear trade is still pretty testy at the moment.
Yeah, no doubt. So we've been seeing the VIX higher, right? That's been front and center. That surged about 30%. I didn't check it a moment ago. There it is, 26%. I also wanted to bring the utilities to your attention, right? This is the safe haven. We've seen utilities as one area that is an area of strength, an area when everybody's afraid to take any risk, they run to utilities and telecom. There's a look at some of the utility names. Those are to the upside. And Liz, as I go around and check out the handhelds, I'm seeing the sell orders. It's really leaning more towards the sell side. That could change, of course, but we're seeing names like Bank of America, General Electric, which is coming out of the Dow. Last day for GE, folks. So we're seeing some of the names for sale here going into the close. We're well off our lows, had been down almost 500 points. It'll be interesting to see these last 2.5 minutes of selling.
It's a horse race right now. We have scratched back 200-plus points from the earlier losses. Tom, give me some of your favorite names that you can disseminate at least to our viewers at this moment if they feel like they're in a buying mood.
I agree with the previous guest that financials are attractive. I think look at regional banks. They're insulated from trade war rhetoric. So are small caps. IWM, small caps have outperformed. I think you can buy them on this dip.
Okay, and I believe, Mark, you're going to double down on that, right?
I agree with Tom. I think the regionals are a great place to be. You may want to consider the iShares U.S. Regional Bank ETF. That would be a good place to start.
Give me some of the names in that basket.
Well, I really like People's United. They're selling at 1.1 times book when the banking sector, is selling at 1.6 times book. So you have a good bargain there. You have Customers United, which is probably your best value small cap regional bank.
Okay, I want Traders United at the moment, and Ira, that would be you, the yield. And let's talk about flight to qualities here. Aside from